I would love to know how you guys feel about like watching a podcast with people wearing headphones. That's my question to you as we begin this episode.
As we model our headphones for the people who are listening.
Well, okay, so
what are you rocking,
Spencer?
Spencer?
Here's the thing. Yours look great, I think, just because I think they're slim, so you're just like, oh yeah, he's wearing headphones. Mine look like I'm about to like, I should be like radio engineering, like a flight pattern or something, you know? Be like, yep, it's clear. Yep, you're good to go.
Yeah, like you should have like some orange cones in your hand or be in a radio tower or, I don't know, DJing or something. Maybe.
Yeah.
For those who are listening with their headphones, most likely, I'm rocking the Porta-Pro Classics. Picked these bad boys up this week for $40 from the Zon.
Damn, $40.
And
What's a rating?
I feel like they were $40. They were cheap.
Dollar for dollar. Dollar for dollar. Out of 40, what do you give them? As your rating.
I mean, dollar for dollar on looks, like untouchable.
40 for
like
sure. 40 out of 40.
40. And then for sound quality, like, I mean, way better than I expected. I totally bought them as just like, oh, these look like old Walkman headphones, which will fit the dorky dad B-roll perfectly. Like, that's why I bought them. And then I plugged them in and started listening to them, and I was like, holy shit, are these the best sounding headphones I have right now? Like, I was just like, do I need to buy some better headphones? Like, I don't know. They're actually pretty good. I mean, they're on ears, so like, which I kind of like. Like for the pod, I can hear myself, right? Like I don't feel like I'm talking into like ocean water vacuum. But
wait, hold up. Like, do you have a loop back of, or you just mean like you can just like physically hear yourself?
I could just hear because it's not like my ears are completely covered.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Oh, like mine.
Yeah, like yours.
Like,
sometimes when I wear headphones like that and I'm talking to someone, like I don't know if it's like audio vertigo, but I just like reach a point where like when I take them off and like talk, I'm just like, oh my God, like that like hurt to like speak and not be able to hear my voice well or something.
I agree. You kind of have to be like, am I talking really quiet or loud right now? I can't like, you just don't have that anymore of like,
yes.
Sometimes I like will leave one, especially for stuff like this.
Yeah.
I'll leave one ear out to be like, am I being weird right now?
Yeah, like, am I talking normally? Because it doesn't sound like it to me. Yeah. Dude, I do that with my work headset all the time for that exact reason. But these, there's so much that comes in that I'm like, I could rock both headphones on and not a care in the world.
I love that.
But yeah, I mean, they look like something my dad would have worn a long time ago. So I think.
Cool.
I think
affiliate link in the description below.
The brand reposted my thread post, and I was like, "Let's go! Like, hook me up with some more swag, boys."
Dude, that's amazing! Congrats.
Yeah, but I should reach out. I don't know, but yeah, but I got the little slim Walkman headphones. What are these clouds you got strapped to your head?
Oh, I'm wearing just like classic my editing headphones of Beyerdynamic 990s.
You said they're like the most comfortable ever.
Oh yeah, you could wear these for a full like 8-10 hour like editing session and be like totally fine. You don't get that like weird like when you take your headphones off and you're like, why are my ears sweating?
Yeah. Yo,
like, why do they feel like they've been under a couch cushion for the last like 2 hours?
You're like, I didn't know my ears breathed, but they just did.
Yeah.
They just took a deep breath.
Yeah,
Dang.
highly recommend
I should buy some.
To invest in like a good pair of headphones. Like for the most part, I'm editing with speakers on my desk. But in the past, like, I've just been in so many like freelance hot desks that like I had like a to-go kit of like I would show up with like keyboard, mouse, headphones, and
Yep.
I'd be like, "May you start work?" Like,
Yep. I
show
got
me
my
where
stuff.
I sit.
Hey, where do I go? Yep. No, totally. No, that's sweet. I need to get a better pair. I had a couple that I think both of my nice over ears have either bit the dust or like the foam is all coming off. And yeah, again, I mostly edit with speakers as well. So I was buying these simply for a prop. And then now I'm like, I'm going to use these instead of my AirPods when I'm editing on the go. Because they're small too. They fold up.
Yeah,
Like,
they look small. Yeah.
I'm throwing them in the bag for sure.
Yeah.
So
Well, if you want like big chunky ones, I know Audio Technica has some, or Bear Dynamic has some.
Okay.
So shout out to my buddy Sean who put me on to these. Appreciate it. Did
Go
not lie
Sean.
about the comfort. All right.
no.
What else you want
Did
to talk
not.
about during this pod?
You sent me a screenshot earlier this week talking about using Final Cut Pro for iPad, which honestly, it kind of felt like I didn't know how to let's talk about not knowing how to feel. My boy who doesn't use Final Cut has used the iPad version before I have.
Yeah, I was just sitting, I was watching Mr. Robot, and I was just like, it'd be fun right now if I just signed up for a subscription fee for Final Cut.
I know you texted me that. You're like, wait, it's not included in buying the desktop, and I was like, nope, it's
Yeah.
not.
Ever since
Which
then,
is probably why I haven't tried it. But
yeah, but they give you a free month, so I was just like, you know what? I'll fiddle around. I'll use it one time.
yeah,
I'll use it one time. I screenshotted it to you, and that was it. But I just really wanted to know like how it worked, and I am mind blown that there's no other apps that can recreate this. Or I might do a little bit of deep diving and googling to see if there is apps, and maybe you know some, or like Procreate does this, that just like basically reads. It's just reading your strokes back to you. That's literally all it's doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I wish I wish it had some fucking ease on it.
Oh yeah.
Because
So
it's
no
just
ease.
like, yeah, so I like roll my name and it's just like, I'm like, okay, so like if you wrote with ease, it probably could
Yeah.
like recreate that. I still think it'll be a big trend. I'm still sticking with my gut that I mentioned the other episode. What's way cooler is to make like shapes or like pops or like hand to like animation. I think that's gonna be way more like part of the trend than what I initially thought, which was just handwritten titles.
Yeah.
Because in practice, I'm just like, yeah, I'm over this immediately.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's interesting because that was probably the feature I'm most intrigued by, because like you, I was just like, I've never seen any other software that did it as seamlessly as it did. But I'm with you. There's got to be some others. I don't know of any. I don't know of anything else that does something like that other than, I mean, the Polygon tool in Resolve, you can keyframe,
Yeah,
but like you
like
would
a
have to
right-on
write in
stroke.
cursive
Yeah.
or whatever. But
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like
the same
that-
thing with After Effects, but like the beauty of this is it's just like reading you
Just-
back the pen stroke.
yeah, like how you write it is what it does back to you, which is super cool. Yeah. Is that the only thing you played with?
Yeah.
Or did you actually try to edit anything? No.
I wasn't. That to me, that's like a motion graphic thing. That's like, can you make this look like it writes on? And I'm like, I've done that for clients before, and it's like
Yeah.
it's a task that you had to be skilled in. And now I'm just like, cool, all right, now it's just 4 clicks, or like whatever.
Yeah. Write it, click go.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, it's crazy madness.
Yeah.
So shout out to Final Cut. Although like, it just seems like a simple concept that like a notes app could, like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like Procreate, you can record your entire project. So you can do something very similar and have it play it back to you or
Okay.
whatever. But like, it's not, I mean, again, I haven't used it. You're the one that used it, but I don't think it's anywhere as seamless as what the experience you got doing it in Final Cut. But yeah, I don't know. I'd love to try it. I don't think the iPad we have will run Final Cut because I think it has to be Apple Silicon, right? And I think ours is too old.
Oh wow, yeah, that I didn't know, but it makes sense. Makes sense.
Do you have an M1? iPad?
Yeah, I think it's like an iPad Air M1 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to try it. I also hate that it's a subscription, but we all know how Jake feels about that, which is why that's probably another big reason I just have not even attempted to try it even a little bit. But
did you get a new monitor, or is it just a different angle that I'm seeing?
Different angle.
Oh, okay.
It's the same. Well, it's like new-ish, but I mean, it's been around for... When did I buy this?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
I don't
probably...
know. I could, you know what? I could go.
It's just an LG.
This will really annoy people is if I like slam this down in the middle of our show.
Oh,
there we go.
Perfect.
Oh, you can see more of me now too on the camera angle. There we go. Actually, I probably should have had it at this level all the time.
Do you still have those balloons in your in the chest?
Yeah.
But do they still have helium in them?
No, they're like pretty deflated, but yeah, there's still a little bit in there. I don't think it's helium though. They were just like air blown up.
Was that 10K? Did you get balloons for 10K?
Yes. Yeah, I came home.
You're basically 20K now.
Basically, but who's keeping track? No, I came home and my wife had bought those, and like I think what else did she buy me? She like totally like spoiled me and surprised me with like all this cute stuff, and I was just like,
that's cute.
You're way too nice, babe, because no one else gives a shit about this.
I do feel like shout out to all the partners who like actually either pretend to or like actually give a shit about like their partners going into YouTube. Like every once in a while my girlfriend will be like just give me her 2 cents on it, or like just amp me up a little bit, or just be like, oh babe, like when I can't wait to celebrate when you get to 100K. And I was like, that's cute. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but that's cute.
Yeah, no, dude, I love that she does that for you, because that's just like, yeah, that's a keeper right there, because no one else, like even my own mother, like sometimes, I mean, like she's gotten a lot better, I feel like lately, but like when I was first doing this, she was just kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Here's the thing though, is like, and I don't know if this is like a pessimist mindset, and I wonder if you share the same thing, but like I don't often talk about it to other people. Mainly because I think that their reaction will be to be like, yep, great, yep, cool. Yep, even if they like watch YouTube actively, to be like, oh, for sure. Like, I just, for some reason, it's not that. I've been called out before, actually, from my girlfriend to be like, you're not taking it seriously, and you have like limiting beliefs around it because you're not like speaking it out into the universe this way. But I'm just like, I don't ever expect anybody to take me seriously. So the people who do, I'm like mind blown by. But yeah, like if I'm talking to like my mom or whatever else, like I don't expect them to be like writing home about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know how to say it.
Oh, totally. No, I don't bring it up ever. Like, yeah, it's got to be someone else who knows about it, or usually my wife that like brings it up to like brag about it. And I'm just like, shh, stop, cut. Like, brag about something else. It's fine. I don't need more people. Well, that actually has been funny because like the number of people like at work, it's starting to get out too, which has like been really like kind of like good and bad. Like I think it kind of humanizes me a little bit, but also it's just like I hate talking about it, and like I don't want to talk about it at work, and like it's like people are starting to like find out that it's a thing, and it's just it's It's not my favorite.
Well, like, okay, like how many people do you think work at your company?
Oh, the company's global. It's like 30,000 or something crazy, like company wide.
Okay, that's like it's funny when you're like, oh yeah, it's like global 30,000. It's like, yeah, you almost have 20K subscribers. Like, like all
That's true.
you're on track to be like, yeah, my entire population of the company that I work for, like, watches me online.
Oh, you're right, dude. That's crazy. I never thought about it like that.
So like, yeah, of course, there's gonna be like 1/4 of them that are just like, yeah, no, I know this guy is.
Yeah, I know who this guy is. Yeah. Well, and I don't think it's because of like I'm trying to think of who, like there was like one or two people I think that knew from just like Googling or something, like kind of curious, like, oh, like does Jake have a LinkedIn or something? And then being like, YouTube? What's this YouTube thing?
He doesn't have a LinkedIn, but he does have something else.
He does have something else here. And then like, yeah, like people just like, and again, especially now that I'm like kind of second level boss, like I think people just like to share that little tidbit with others more than they used to, which is annoying. But
yeah, like are you like funny, happy-go-lucky office guy, or are you like, I'm work mode?
I mean, I think I'm a pretty good mix of both. Like I don't think I'm like too goofy, but I don't think I'm too serious. Like I think I don't know. It'd be interesting to ask people who work for me, but I think
because like is the videos that they're seeing like double, like a double life of you, to be like, whoa, he's like got so much like charisma.
Oh, for sure. I think so. I mean, like I think I'm a generally like really like pretty personable dude. I think like that's something I take pride in. I think that's why I'm like a manager and stuff. Like I think I'm good at communicating and, you know, all the things you and I are aware of from doing YouTube and stuff. But, yeah, I think that like the amount that comes out on YouTube is nothing like Office Jake.
Sure.
So I think it's closer to Double Life, where it's like, oh, we always knew Jake was kind of friendly, but like, whoa, he gets weird on the internet and really stupid.
Super fair.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Man, I just had like 3 or 4 different thoughts while that happened. Sorry, I just like spaced out. Oh, one, finally bit the bullet on YouTube Premium. I did it.
Wait, what? We haven't talked about this.
I just bought it before you came on.
I thought you always had it.
So,
dude, we would have had a whole episode and I could have brought a PowerPoint to talk you through every reason why YouTube Premium is the best subscription you will ever buy.
We're going to circle back to this because I bet a bunch of you don't pay for that. And I will bet also you need to do it for a Canadian dollar. That's also your caveat.
Oh.
I think we chatted a bit. I tried the free trial for the 1 month and I was like, YouTube Music over Spotify. No freaking contest at all. So I had to stick with Spotify.
Mean? Oh, you like Spotify?
Yeah, I was just like, because it's like YouTube Premium is just so expensive to watch YouTube videos. But now I'm just like, for some reason, like my ad blocker stopped working.
Okay, yeah,
like
they're cracking down.
YouTube cracked down, so I'm just like, I'm watching an insane amount of ads.
Yeah,
I'm just like, wait a second, is this gonna add up? And I'm like, I could watch a whole day of ads. Like,
yeah, dude, it's they know what they're doing. They want you to pay for it.
Yeah. So,
I wasn't hooked into Spotify when I learned about YouTube Premium, and back then it was even cheaper. I can't remember, and I'm paying more for like the family plan now, but I remember just thinking like, oh, like, okay, I'll get a music app and YouTube with no ads, and I can lock my screen, which is great because I have a lot of podcasts on YouTube that I like to watch, and I can just lock my screen and it'll keep playing. And
sure. See, I do all that on YouTube. Or sorry, on Spotify.
On Spotify, yeah. Right. Yeah. And I just didn't have that like entanglement beforehand. So for me, it was like, this is the greatest deal ever. But
super fair.
Yeah,
Super fair.
I could see if you're deep into your Spotify config and life, it's hard to probably peel out of there.
I want you to come with a PowerPoint presentation next podcast.
I mean,
well,
if you feel like Spotify's better than YouTube Music, my PowerPoint loses a lot of validity. But
we should add this to the list of questions. Wow, this is. Well, I'm sorry that we're doing this on like during the podcast, but we should add this to the list of questions. Do you have YouTube Premium? Folks, we are gearing up. We've been. I was gonna say braincasting.
We've been braincasting.
we have been actually braincasting out to the audience, to the internet, to get guests to actually talk about something on this podcast.
Something of any semblance of direction.
Okay, the thing that I would love to like wrap up in this episode is this for anybody who's like for some reason clicked on this one and hasn't watched other podcasts and somehow also made it this far. we talk about like creating in a vacuum, aka like sitting at a desk like super often, and like how you kind of go through like seasons of that, and like sometimes it feels good and sometimes it feels icky because you're just like straight up like doing this, and somehow we like make a YouTube video about it. And then the other day we found like we were talking about the 75 Hard of like Frankie 2 on YouTube. Started a new YouTube channel and was just like 20 minutes. I'm gonna sit down, tell my thoughts to the camera, and just like roll on with my day. And it's been interesting. And same with Adrian, who's uploading every single day. Like, although like very polished videos in comparison to just like a 20-minute sit down. It's still, I feel like, in that light of just like showing up to record like I don't want to call it as a desk video, but like a sharing
like
video.
Something. Yeah.
But anyways, I was listening to a podcast maybe last week, and they were talking about like creating within the reason within the seasons, because we've been talking about like create within the seasons, like whatever feels good, like just kind of go with that,
right?
But then it was a creative pep talk that I was listening to, and this person like kind of went even deeper into that theory and was just like, yeah, but like even in the seasons, like you're kind of doing different things for different purposes, and you're like constantly learning and ideating to like for instance, it's winter in Canada here, so it's like it's soup season, and you're probably gonna make soup with seasonal vegetables like that are ready, and you're gonna just like kind of like evolve that recipe for the whole winter because you don't want to eat the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I like was listening to in terms of like a desk video, because me and Jacob both talked about it on this pod to be like, we've done it and we don't want to do it, but also like it feels good and it flip-flops so much, and like why is that? So it's just like it's the like ever evolving thing of that.
Yeah, totally. Well, and holy cow, I was like, I think last time we talked, I was so on board with that idea, and not to say that I'm not, but then the video I sent you today that I think I'm done with, I need to watch it again and just make a thumbnail for. Like, it is a desk video, but it's also not. Like, I change up where I'm talking very frequently in the video. But then the other thing too, well, like, sorry, that was a tangent. Wow. But the point I wanted to make was that, like, in this video, I think this was the first time ever that I sat down and wrote the whole thing. Like I had the whole script, and I put shot list items in the script as I thought of them. So it was like, hey, here's what I'm going to talk through, and we'll break it into sections. Each section gets a different... What was that?
Is that new? Like shot list items? Not really, no.
It's not new, but what was new is that I did everything before I started shooting. And this time, I actually succeeded in doing everything. And then I went into production, shot everything that I had, and then went into editing post. Like, I did a real full cycle of a movie flow, and I didn't dip into any other cycle once I was done with one of the others. Because it's super common for me to like write, shoot, and something needs to be tweaked. Go and write again. Oh, I need to do something, needs to do this. And this was the first time I think ever that I can remember where I like wrote it all, got everything I think I needed to shoot, shot it all, and I was like, okay, I think we got it. And then went into the edit and like sat down and like basically cut the whole thing in one night because I had everything I needed. And I was just like, write it down. It happened. We did it. And it just felt so different from the whole desk video idea, where it was like, oh, we've been talking so much and I've been trying to just like sit down, show up, like make something. Whereas this was the first time that I was like, whoa, I did the real thing that I've like never been able to do, which just feels like so produced compared to the alternative that we were talking about last time.
Yeah. And even so, like, I imagine so many YouTubers suffer from this, but like the writing, shooting, and then you kind of get into the edit and you're just like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll do a little VO here and I'll just add a placeholder, and you know, you're constantly like between the two of them to try to make the edit work. And the end idea hasn't changed. It's just like you're just trying to like actually make the story make sense. Was there anything you did differently? Like, was it talking out loud or something like while you're writing the script to be like, oh, okay, the flow actually doesn't work? Because sometimes when I'm recording the VO is the first time that I'll pick up when I'm doing this to be like, oh, that doesn't segue. Like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Or like, why did I write it like that? Like, I wrote it so like prim and proper and didn't add like how I would actually say it.
Right. No, I didn't do any of that, which again is why it was such a fist pump of like, I can't believe that I think I actually did this. Because I don't know if I'll ever do it again. Like,
right. Okay. And give me some sort of like context as to how you felt about the idea overall. Like, not specifically the idea, but like what internally it meant to you.
I love it. Yeah. And I think that this is a huge part of it is like, I was psyched on this idea.
Okay.
Like, felt very strongly about everything I was writing about and talking about. And I think that's why it all came together. And honestly, again, it's like one of those things where it's like, holy cow, like, is this something I need? Like, I'm not going to be able to forget this project and this feeling of like, this idea had me super excited. I was able to write everything and then able to shoot everything and then edit everything.
Right.
And it just felt like, again, the whole thing just felt so good. And I don't think I've ever done this before. But, dude, and I'm down to, I mean, again, the podcast, like the people here are the real ones. The video is going to be kind of clickbaity, but the title is, I don't want to be a YouTuber anymore. That's the title.
Yeah.
And you and I have talked about it off camera, but like, it's just something that I'm like really emotionally invested in currently. So it just, I think it just really came together like effortlessly.
Yeah,
and that's not usually the case.
About the subject. I think that's the perfect storm of like when you're actually passionate about the idea of like one that sets you up for success. You know what I mean? Like,
totally.
Because it's just like, oh, okay, I need to make a video about this. Well, okay, I guess I'll do my best. Like, versus like when you're just like trying to capture lightning. You know, it's much easier to be like, all right, I just need to like run with the idea. But also like I just want to add to the point that I kind of started with is like this was like an evolution of the desk video, because you're like, this is the first time I've done it, and like I hope that it happens to you again. I hope that this is like your new like path that you're forming, because it's just like, okay, I like what I'm doing, but it doesn't work for me anymore. What's the next step? Okay, well, I'm taking all the parts that I did like in this soup, taking all the ingredients that I did like, let me make something new. And then now you're like, oh, okay, like I need a little bit of passion, I need a little bit of like scripting, and need a little bit of this. Like, I'm stoked to see like how the angles play out and stuff. Cause like even that, like switching around the room, like, it's something so simple, but it's like,
it made the edit feel really fresh. Have you ever done that? Where it's like have you shot a video or worked on a video where someone does that? Because like, and again, I don't know if I've got something wrong with my brain, but like that's part of the problem with talking head videos for me, is that like I want to spice it up, but it's just the same shot for 40 minutes or however long, cutting it down to 20.
Yeah.
And so kind of sectioning it up and shooting different angles like felt pretty fresh. And I think, I don't know, it's tough though, because I wasn't talking about, like, we can all see my monitor here. I wasn't talking about Final Cut. I wasn't talking about Resolve. So like I can't do that with those types of videos, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
which is fine. It's just the way it is.
Even you could spin, which, I mean, sometimes you often do that. Like,
yeah,
I think about that as well. And sometimes I've done that too. But like for the motion tween video, it's a great example of just like, how do I not be on the computer? How do I not be here explaining this? So I was like, okay, this is a concept that I could do with graphics, or I could just like draw it. And do like a top down. That way it would remove me and put in it. Like, I think like thinking out of the box a little bit is sometimes helpful, to be like, okay, even just like simply facing away from your computer and being like, okay, now let's get into it. And like you spinning is at least a dynamic enough change that your next angle is the classic desk angle, to be like, okay, I know what to expect now. I think you do that like pretty frequently.
No, I do. I mean, actually, that your motion tween video, and I think I said it when you came out with it, has been kind of like always in the back of my brain lately, of like, this is what we need to be doing. This is it. And I think that there's a lot of that in this one, where it's just like, how are some ways that we can make it less boring, but also not necessarily like astronomically more difficult? Because almost, except for a few shots in my house that I needed a snag for a specific B-roll piece, like everything was in the shed. Everything I shot was in here. So it wasn't harder than any other desk video. I had a shot list, so I knew exactly what I needed to get.
That's pretty sweet.
So I don't know, man. It's crazy. I mean, again, and that's like, I'm trying to think of where, I don't know exactly where we were going with this, but it's just like last week I was like so hyped. In fact, I need to release my latest desk talking video probably tomorrow. That one, I forgot that one's been sitting ready to release. Like, I was so in on what you were talking about, and I've been watching Frankie too, and I'm just like, man, like, you just got to put in the reps and do this. And then this one kind of just came out of nowhere, and it's not that I don't want to do what we were talking about, but it's like this really interesting data point that I'm like, whoa, I need to really analyze this. This and Spencer's motion tween video are like front of mind, even if I'm going to still do this other stuff while I'm trying to figure out that soup over here that you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like trying to figure out the multiple ingredients, and like, unfortunately I mean, to be fair, I do think you do a good job at it, but unfortunately for myself, I do feel like it's usually just one ingredient that I'm using for a video, to be like, I have this here, eat it.
Eat it. It's good. It's delicious. I give it to you.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, what if I made a sandwich with it? You know, like
Yeah.
it would
Which
be,
you did with Motion Tween.
Well, that's my point. It's got like an easier journey. People love to be set up for an actual story. People love to be like, oh yeah, that is a problem. That is my problem. Or just to be entertained, to be like, that is your problem. Like, fix it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is your problem. Show me how you're going to fix it. Yeah.
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 So,
no, that video is so good. I loved that video.
yeah, and also like shout out to you, dude, and anybody else. A little bit of background: Jake is an affiliate for the store, and he crossed 100 sales, and every first is like the payout for the shop. So you too can be an affiliate if you want for the Creative Herd. Get your own link. I don't know how it works, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say they'll have to probably reach out to you and like I can't remember how we set it up, but
yeah, just drop a comment.
It was sick, dude. Like, I mean, the real hats off is to you for making a product that is so easy to sell, and I used the shit out of in this video that we're talking about.
Nice.
But yeah, like that was the first time for me at least where like an affiliate link like really like materialized into something that was like, whoa, like if you got a good product and like someone who believes in it, like we can sell some really cool stuff. Like, I don't know. I was just like, my whole mind was blown when you sent me like the first month payout. I was just like, you know, like, okay, this isn't like covering my rent or anything, but like, this is money. This is real money that like we made. It's cool. It's crazy.
I often don't take affiliate links because they just barely ever generate anything for me.
Yeah.
Because what I do is so different. And like I think my biggest pain one was like Insta360 because it's a high ticket item, you know. So like the smaller percentage is still good, and I think I sold like 2 or 3 of them, which is like still decent. But like in terms of like music subscription sites, like I think like I've sold like 1 audio subscription, maybe.
Yeah.
Like
maybe. I couldn't even tell you. I'm not sure.
It's just like to me, it's just not worth it. I've never seen the backlash. Like I've gotten rejected from Amazon's affiliate program so many times, just because I was like, oh, this is the way that you're supposed to do it. And then like I'm like, oh, it's actually insanely hard to do that unless your content is like based around. Here's a review of this, and like that is why people started doing that. Maybe they don't do that for now, but like like this whole era that we're in is because people were just like, oh, if I just review this and people click the link and then buy something, I get to, okay, if I just keep doing this, like it just makes sense. But I mean, in the same manner, I guess that is what we did, but like vastly different because it's just a product that I think it's niche, it works, period.
It works. Yeah. I mean, again, I think it's pretty easy to sell, which is the appeal of it for sure. So no, it was super cool. I am psyched to keep that link in the description and keep pumping that, because I just think it's well, and like even like financial incentives aside, like I just genuinely love it. Like I keep using it and I'm like, we really like, you made something that is genuinely awesome. And so it's just like, yeah, like it's hard to sell poop, but it's easy to easy to sell a burrito.
I want Zach to use it. I've sent it to him and I hope that he uses it before we chat with him.
Oh yeah.
But I would love to get his feedback as a DaVinci Resolve, like, because he's been in Resolve the same amount that I have.
Yeah.
If not, probably more, because he edits. Well, for the same amount of time.
Yeah. I was going to say, didn't you guys switch at the same time?
Yeah. But yeah, it should be interesting. Like, I would love to hear feedback from like people who use it and like the all the differences and stuff that people have been seeing. But
yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with your affiliate payout? Like, you have any big plans?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I hadn't thought.
Is it like a date night, a little movie night? What's up?
Yeah, probably. That's not a bad idea. Maybe go get some sushi. You know, sushi on Spencer Boy.
I love that idea.
We actually, dude, we went to. When did we do that? We went and got sushi. Was that Friday night? So I guess, I mean, when was payout? Maybe we were one day short. I don't remember, but we sat at the bar, which we don't usually do because there was no tables. And like, I don't know how they do it up in Toronto, but apparently in the States, like sushi bar guys are like super friendly, or at least this guy was.
Yeah.
And was just like talking my ear off, and like asking me all these questions, and like, I was like, hey, do you want to try this roll? And I was like, sure. Like, I don't know. It was just like, I was like, we should do that again. That was way more fun. And we still got to talk a lot, like me and my wife, but also like, I don't know, this guy was like hooking me up with stuff I hadn't tried before.
That's a vibe.
It was pretty fun, but
I like that.
Yeah, I like sushi. I think sushi could be in the cards. Is there any good movies out right now? Do I need to go see a movie?
I don't think so. That could be
my mom watched Gladiator 2 yesterday, and she texted me, and she said, actually, so she texted me and my wife, and she goes, oh, we're watching Gladiator 2, and we're like, oh, okay, tell us what you think. And the first text we get back is, oh man, a lot of blood. Like the most mom thing to say ever.
Yeah, I could have told you that one.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I could have told you that one.
Blood and shirtless boys.
Blood and shirtless boys, and then I think her second text was like, definitely not the original or something like that. And I was like, okay, yep, like,
man.
That's about what I expected, but it was just, I just love it. Well, a lot of blood. I think she even sent an emoji too, like the blood emoji.
Classic mom.
Classic mom.
This must have had this. Oh my gosh, this must have this.
Whoa, dude.
This must have had to happen before to you.
Yeah.
Not stuttering or being able to speak, but the TikTok versus Instagram algorithm phenomenon.
Oh, dude.
Like, we definitely don't have enough time to look into this, but I posted the exact same short. I feel like everybody has had this happen to them, but like, it's the difference is crazy, dude. Crazy.
It's insane. It never has. I don't think. Have you ever had one perform the same across the board?
No.
Never. One platform it'll do like 3, another it'll do crazy more than you expected, and then the other one it'll do right on in line with what you normally get, and you just flip a coin on which of those 3 it's gonna do.
No,
but none of them will do all good.
It's like, do I post it again? Like for YouTube, I posted a reel. They got 712 views. That same reel on TikTok it's like over 10K views. And I'm like, tell me how this makes sense. Because it's the same content. Like,
yeah,
it's just less people in shorts, but also like, arguably, I have a bigger audience on YouTube. Like, what the hell does that mean? You know what I mean?
I don't know if that means jack for shorts though, because like, do you like? It doesn't seem. I mean, I don't really watch YouTube Shorts. Maybe I'm a good data point here, but like, like, I don't watch them, and like when they pop up in my subscription feed, I don't click on them.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I don't watch TikTok or YouTube Shorts.
Same.
So like I'll go on there every once in a while to like, but like I'm mostly posting something. Like that is the way. But I know that you have had a heavy hand once upon a time on short form.
Yeah.
And it's just like a slot machine, basically. Like, one of them will perform, and it's like, oh, it's Instagram this week. Oh, it's
Totally.
TikTok this week. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I don't think while I was doing it consistently, I don't think I ever arrived at a non-slot machine result. In that it just, yeah, exactly like I said, like some platform, like one platform it would do well, one platform it would do about average, and then on one platform it would be like, why did I even waste my fucking time? You know, which, and yeah, I don't know. I have no idea why that is. I've never looked into it. I haven't done any research. And to your point, like nowadays, I don't even watch any of it. So it feels kind of hilarious that we're complaining about something we don't even use. But
okay, let me spin it then. Do you think short form is going to be big in 2025 versus long form? Because we've been battling this for a good number of years now.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's going to be the same old, keep on?
I feel like it's going to be the same. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people, I guess this is what I can't feel out is I feel like we're going to see a bigger influx of people like you, me, my wife even, who are just like, holy cow, I can just like tell that this burns cancer into my brain and I need to stop. But like that can't be more than the number of people that are going to keep jumping on board, I would think. I don't know.
I thought it was interesting.
I don't know.
That the number I saw on Colin Smear's newsletter that the number of TikTok users has now gotten back to normal plus some, even though you can't download it on the App Store anymore.
Well, but that was just in America, right? And I think isn't it back? I haven't seen the latest on where it's at, but
I just thought it was interesting. I was like, took no time at all. Like,
no, it took no time.
But maybe the actual app isn't on the App Store. Who knows?
It might not be.
We don't.
But I think that's the point. That's the point I'm making. Is like I think that even if there is a good number of people that are kind of over it, I don't think it's. Again, I just feel like such an old man, but like there's got to be a bajillion teenagers that are just amped and ready to just scroll TikTok, you know? And like that flood, it doesn't seem like it's slowing down.
I was so ready to be done. When people were just like, oh, let's go to like this new Red Note app. I'm like, this is it. I'm done.
I'm done. I'm out. I know. I posted, I think I made one vertical video this week on like, it was like a video about a pen. I don't even know why I made it. And I posted it and like, it didn't actually, I don't think it did good anywhere now that I think about it. So maybe I did break that slot machine this week because I posted a vertical video that did crap everywhere.
Vertical videos can be great for just like getting an idea quickly out there or like brainstorming. Yeah. I do enjoy the thought that you can just like have a thought and make something in like an hour or two.
Yeah.
I just don't like that it's like tied to like for me, I've heard a lot of people be like, all right, 2025's a year, gonna like go in short form every single day, upload. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if it'll be any more impactful than last year, but I'm not a doctor, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but it just, yeah, I don't know, man. And again, I think it's maybe just like not, like I think we're just like hard people to talk to about it because we're just like over it. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
out here cutting hour-long videos. Like I'm doing the complete opposite thing.
Yeah, you're like, you're on the complete other side of this arena. Just big headphones on, like turning around, being like, "Oh, what are you guys doing over there? Like, what? what's going on?"
So true.
You could fit 75 of those into what I'm making.
Yeah. Man. All right.
Yeah.
Close us out of here.
Thank you for coming and joining us again this week. We truly appreciate it over here on the Creative Herd.
Drop in the comments who you want to see as a guest, because
yes,
we're doing the thing.
We're doing the thing. We're gonna do
It's
the
been
thing.
done.
Yeah. It's been done. We're gonna try to talk to some people.
Or have we already? The people don't know. They could just be sitting in the queue. So tune back.
Could be.
Hit subscribe. Tune back.
Yeah. Dude, I'm excited. I feel like I have been missing talking with people, and we have a way to do that. And I get to do it with you, my boy.
And we're going to do it live.
And we're going to do it live. Exactly.
I'm just
exactly.
kidding. I wouldn't put that pressure on the guest. Or would I? I would love to do that.
We might. I wouldn't put it past Spencer.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, we've been lying this whole time, so.
Yep.